Hi guys, I'm Miriam Coteles, and today I want to introduce you to an idea that's kind of neat. It is using some math concepts in art making. Where have you heard the words slide and flip and congruent and turn before? Where? Exactly, in math. And so you can use these math concepts to make art. First, let's learn what they are. Now, you guys know I love trash, or at least really cool, clean trash. And every year, around the end of the year, teachers throw out all kinds of things. And one of the things that they throw out are these kind of cool letters that are amazing. So I collect them all. I have lots of letters, and I have them all in many, many boxes. As you can see, I have a lot. So we're going to be using those letters to create art today. Let's get started. So first, let's learn what a flip is. Flip is when you take a shape and you flip it and you trace it, and that is how you get the flip of each shape. Now, what is slide? A slide is when you take a shape, you slide the shape slightly and trace it again and again and again and so on. What a cool design. What a cool design. Now, let's learn what a turn looks like. So you take a shape, you trace it, and then you turn the shape, trace it again. Now turn it again one more time. It's turning out to be really cool. And turn it one more time. Cool. Last, congruent. What is congruent? Let's find out by looking at what's happening. Looks like congruent is the same shape facing the same way, and it's the same size everywhere. Let's find out how to use all this to make art. This is Adam Pendleton, and we're going to look at one of his works of art. Can you guys, knowing now what you know about flip and slide and turn and congruent, can you look at his work and try to figure out which one of these concepts he used in his artwork? And in looking at it myself, I see that he used turn because over here, the letter A was turned to the side. I also noticed that he used congruent because you will see an H here and then another H here. Another one I can see right here. So he used congruent and turn. Let's look at the work of Robert Indiana. This one is called Love Wall. And can you try to figure out by looking at his work, which one of these concepts he used in his work? Did he flip the letters? Did he slide the letters? Did he turn them? Or are they congruent? In looking at the work, I can tell right away that he flipped the letter E. See this one? And then there's a mirror image. The letter V and O, he flipped them. He also turned them. Some of these letters are turned. I have this work of art. Can you think of one concept he used here? So on this one, I very much see turning. So the triangles look like they were turned and then glued on. So they're not all congruent. These two right here are congruent. And you can also say the artist slid the shape and copied that shape in a slide. This one, the artist used all of these concepts because if you look, there are semicircles that are flipped, of the same color. Some are facing left and some are facing right. For example, let's look at the pink right here. This one, the bumpy part is on the right side. And here there's a pink bumpy part is on the left side. So he used flip. Slide is over here, like the red shape with the bump on the right. And you slid that shape over, and there's another red with the bump on the right. Turning, also the semicircles are turned. They're sometimes the bumpy part is facing upwards, sometimes facing downwards, sometimes left, and sometimes right. And of course, congruent, which is the same shape and the same size in any other part of the work. And that is definitely true. So this artist used flip, slide, turn, and congruent in their work. Your assignment today is to create an artwork that uses either flip, slide, turn, or congruent using a letter. So pick a letter, and all schools have a ton of these that people throw away, and I usually collect them. But pick a letter or a number and try to pick one, try to challenge yourself and pick one that when you flip it, it doesn't look like the correct letter, the way it's supposed to look. And that way you're a little bit more challenged. If you use, let's say, a T or a W or an M, when you flip it, it's still a T, a W, and an M, right? So find a letter that gives you a little bit more of a challenge and try to make an artwork with it similar to the works that Adam Pendleton does here, where he is just repeating it to the point of making the artwork look almost abstract. All right, so let's have some fun today.